we did donuts on that.
This is our buddy Akash's S14, and obviously it's super cool. It's got a built 2JZ, it's got a CDO9 6-speed transmission, a one-piece drive shaft, and it's capable of making up to 1300 horsepower. But there's a catch. Modified cars like these are catching the attention of enthusiasts all the time, but when buying a highly modified car like this, it's not just as simple as buying it and going and ripping on it right away without looking some things over. All too often, people forget that all of the nuts and bolts on this car have been completely removed and replaced with new hardware and a lot of new parts. So in this video, Russell and I try to do a car review on Akash's S14 before realizing that this car needs a lot of love before we can show it off to its full potential. But don't worry, as soon as we figure out and fix a few small issues on this car, we are going to get it back and we are going to rip on it again and show off this awesome 2JZ swapped Nissan. But for now, let's just show you why you should look over modified cars like these before going and driving them on the road. Day started out pretty simple with Akash dropping his car off with Russell and I. While prefacing us about a couple of small issues the car had, he complained about it fuel cutting when the car hits boost. So Russell and I both went out in the car with him and test drove it a couple of times to see if we could figure out what was wrong. Since the issue wasn't super obvious, Russell did a quick once over in the engine bay and by the fuel tank to see if we could find anything obvious that was loose or broken. After finding nothing obviously broken or missing, Akash did mention that he doesn't notice the issue as often when the car is completely topped up with fuel. So we decided to drive it over to the gas station and fill it completely up to see if the issue would go away on its own. And again, no luck. As soon as the car hits boost, the AFR goes super lean and it falls on its face, which is obviously an issue when you're trying to do a car review on a super high horsepower 2J like this, and of course we also don't want to hurt the engine. So Akash decided to leave the car with us so that we could continue to drive it and maybe narrow down the issue with the fuel. Little did we know, the fuel cutting was going to be the least of our issues.
Everything we're doing in this video is done by professionals and professionals only.
That's not true. That's very untrue. Oh. Well, now we have to leave. That was fucking sick.
After filming this clip for the introduction of the video, we decided to take the car to our next filming location where we were going to start the car review portion of the video. But on the way there, Russell noticed a weird and unnerving vibration coming from underneath the car. It felt rotational according to him, so we decided that we should put it up on a lift and take a look at things before going and ripping on the car even more to make sure that we weren't going to break something. And are we glad that we looked underneath this car, because this is what we found.
Oh, that's insane.
Dude, they're not even... Alright, so we're getting ready to drive this S14, and Russell noticed a vibration on the way to the spot we were going to jump in and drive it. Do you want to show us the, well, the bolts are out of it now.
Oh, yeah, but they were loosened, but like you can literally tighten and loosen it by hand, but there was literally all that drive shaft play. And now we're going to put bigger bolts that belong in it and tighten it and then drive it.
Yeah.
So I'd rather...
Basically, the drive shaft had bolts that were way too skinny and way too small, and they weren't even tightened down. So we did donuts on that, but we were very lucky. So we're gonna put the correct size bolts in there and try that instead.
Tighten the hell up. You got the nuts for these?
Yeah. So this is the size of the bolt that was in the drive shaft. Again, not tightened down at all, just floating around in there. And that's the thickness of the bolt that should have been in it. You see all the threads on the old one that are messed up because it was just floating around in there? Not strong enough, not big enough, not long enough, and also not tightened down. We are very lucky that this drive shaft did not fall out of this car. Okay, we're on. All right, we're in the S14 now. There it goes. Hopefully now with a drive shaft that won't fall out on the ground.
It is Russell
You're welcome,
checked.
Akash, the guy we are borrowing his car today for this video.
Yeah, we just saved him a lot of money. He doesn't even know it yet.
Yeah, I know. I also want to preface with the fact that right now we are having air-fuel ratio issues. The car runs great, but when you hit boost, it kind of falls on its face. We're also going to try to work that out today, hopefully.
Maybe.
So we're going to drive it a little bit tame. Hopefully, if we do figure it out, we'll get some cool pulls, but we're going to see what this is like. 2JZ powered Nissan. Seems kind of sacrilege. Also, another thing about his car, the shifter doesn't spring back to the middle when you put it in neutral like most manuals. So you kind of don't know what gear you're going into at any point, which is super fun. So if I'm shifting slow, it's not because I don't know how to drive. Just get all my excuses out of the way up front.
It's alright, this thing falls on its face, but we're gonna still try to make some content for you guys. We already spent, I don't know, 6 hours.
Yeah, preparing trying to fix this car. Still sounds cool. Oh, sounds nice.
Yeah, the drive shaft plunge makes me consciously feel better.
Yeah, right. All right. Clutch is a little aggressive as well.
It's very aggressive.
I'm getting used to it.
It's a CDO9 trans.
Honestly, probably take off in second.
Yeah.
That might help.
It does help. It's something you got to get used to. Some cars don't like second gear.
Yeah.
This car, valid, kind of.
So we mentioned that this is a 2JZ powered Nissan, but you know more about it. You have a picture of some of the mods.
Yeah, so it's got an angle kit, it's got a built bottom end, a manly H-beam, turbos up rods, which are the same rods that I'm putting in my 2JZ and my Supra. And then, I thought you were gonna get on right there. Then it has diamond pistons, all AM gauges.
That's second, see?
Yeah.
There's fourth.
Can't really even get on it. I mean, we can, but it's better that we don't. So,
although it does have an awesome screen up here that I'm looking at for RPM, ethanol percentage, and all that stuff. The stock gauges don't work, or maybe they do, but they're covered up by this thing. I got a boost gauge and stuff. Over here we have AEM gauges on the A-pillar. I got water temp, oil pressure, which is great, and then the AFR, which again falls on its face. It goes super lean when it hits boost. It's a fueling issue. We think that the injectors aren't made for E85, but the car currently is running with the E85 in it. So we're thinking maybe the injectors are getting gunked up. So I think we're going to try to put pump gas in it because it's on a flex fuel tune, see if it helps. But for now, we're just going to have fun with what we got. Still sounds awesome.
sounds awesome, but the brakes up. That's what sucks. Right there is that's where you want it to be, but
I know, right there is when it's supposed to get fun.
It's alright.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's got 1400cc injectors on it.
Yeah. So it's made to make a lot of power.
It's got injector dynamics injectors, and we think it needs injector dynamic X injectors for what this car is running. That's why we're thinking it's a fuel issue.
At park throttle, it's okay.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, still makes cool noises. And fifth gear grinds a little bit, but that's okay. I will say I don't know what speed I'm going, because the speedo was blocked by this screen with all the
It's got an AEM.
AEM ECU?
Yeah, AEM ECU, sorry.
That's what I thought.
I would have had to look.
The AEM system is blocking all the gauges, so I don't know what speed I'm going, because the speedo doesn't work on this either. It's just RPM.
Nor does the fuel gauge work, but it's a race car. It's kind of street car.
Yeah, street car, race car.
Look at that, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah, these roads are nice. We're on some back roads out here on 94. Oh, that blow-off valve.
Yeah.
The engine and the exhaust is so loud that it's not like Aaron's car, where you like heard the blow-off valve plain as day. This one, it's kind of more subtle, because there's a lot more noises going on. Creaks and rattles, and the engine is just much louder.
Me personally, there ain't gonna be a blow-off valve on my car. I love that turbo floater.
Yeah.
I love it. The turbo surge is, I know it's not good for a car, but man, does that sound get me going.
Let's see.
Okay, we'll just pull over right here.
Turn around here, maybe. Here, I'm gonna back up and park right there. Where's reverse in this thing?
You kind of feel it click. You gotta kind of push down.
Oh, there it is.
Reverse is better than first, though.
Oh yeah, that wasn't bad at all. Okay. Yep.
Goober!
You did that earlier.
No, I didn't.
I don't want to hear it.
I'm perfect. I like how long it takes to start.
I know.
It wouldn't hurt tuning this thing again.
No, it wouldn't. All right. Well, we're gonna swap seats. Russell's turn.
I'm getting scared.
You stalled it! You goober! Oh, he's turning left.
I have to now. There's a car behind me. I wish the e-brake worked. That'd be cool.
Right. Yeah, this car again has a couple quirks and features, let's say.
I hear something ticking at the bottom.
I don't hear anything.
Nissans.
Junk Nissans, dude.
I wonder if this thing has AC. Does it have
I mean, it
AC?
has AC, but I don't know if it works. Dude, the blower motor doesn't even work.
Hell yeah.
So no, it does not have AC.
It's probably because that's where the ECU's at.
Yeah, the ECU's in here, just in the glove box. You also get all the awesome smells of burning oil while you're sitting in here.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fantastic.
I think that turbo drain leaks a little bit. Let's look what it looked like on that
That's all right.
under the carriage of it.
I can't imagine why. Every other part of this car was put together perfectly and correctly.
We're really selling this car for them.
We are. Sorry, Akash, if you ever sell this car, don't use this video. Or fix the stuff first.
Do not link it in the for sale ad.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
What percentage would you say this car's done?
90?
90?
I mean,
was
it's
gonna say
close.
like 93.
Yeah, it's close. I mean, it doesn't need a lot. Just nuts and bolts, literally.
No, literally, yeah.
A few things here and there. A good tune. We could try to put pump gas in it and see if it gets better, like I said. But a nice tune, a good once over with everything. But I mean, the bones of the car are solid.
Oh, and under the car, the pinch welds look really good.
Yeah,
there's no rust.
There's zero rust on this thing.
And like I said, overall build quality is good. He did not cheap out on the main things that matter. So that's cool to see. Because building a JZ in general to this level to do what this car does, I mean, you're talking 30 grand. I mean, and people are like, oh, you can do it cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah, not really.
And let's see how reliable your car is.
Yeah, Corvette.
That is cool.
C4, turquoise. Oh, is that intimidation?
Yeah. Gonna show my manliness.
Yeah, maybe when this car is running great and tuned correctly, we'll get it back and do another drive.
Dude, we're gonna stop at this really cool gas station.
Is there a gas station?
There's a really cool gas station.
Obviously, this video did not go as planned. This car, although it is a very nice car, it has its quirks that we're actually going to get sorted out. So in the next video, we're actually going to rip on this car and give you kind of the video that we expected to give you. But for the time being, we're going to dig into this car because I believe, like, if we're going to make a video on a car like this, I want to be able to give you a true example of what these engines are really capable of. And I do think this engine in this car is a good mate. There's just a few things you gotta figure out. I think we're having an injector issue. We're either blowing that spark or we're having the E85 that's in this car clogged like the injector. So that's kind of why I want to make another video on this, just to really represent the JZ platform better. What do you think, Chase?
Yeah, I think this is a prime example of why you can't just buy a modified car and expect it to go perfectly smoothly. And you really should take a look at everything, or have someone that knows what they're looking at take a look at everything, because you never know what's lurking underneath, especially when other people have the hands on it, and it has a completely different engine than what this came factory. Every nut and bolt and part has been swapped out and replaced. So sometimes you just forget to tighten stuff down, or sometimes the wrong hardware gets used and comes loose, like we saw with drive shafts. So you just want to be safe and buying stuff that's been filled with as much as the product this has. Like I also said, we will represent the 2-year platform better than they wanted to represent if we just done the video like this car was, because it is a really nice car. It's well built. It's a
Really clean car.
It's a really clean car. It's worth a lot of money. There's just a couple little things that we're holding it back from being perfect. So we're going to figure those out, and then this video just be continued. We're going to bring it back to you and rip out on some more.
Yeah, and luckily I'm really cool with the owner of this car, and he wants me to fix it. So it's not necessarily that we mess it up or anything, but nobody really wants to mess with this, and he trusts me with building my JZ, and he knows my background with my Supra. So he's like, you know what, I think you'll be able to figure it out, which I think I'm gonna be able to figure it out. What we're gonna do tip you see in the next video, which we'll probably show you in the next video, is swapping the plugs, probably draining the 85 and putting 93 in it and seeing how that goes. You also might take these injectors out and send them off to an injector clinic, as the injectors that are in it, and get them tested and cleaned. So we'll have a better idea of what's going on with the engine. And then if we do stick with the 93, we'll probably get it retuned and see what we can do with it, because the owner, I wouldn't say he's not a car guy, he is a car guy, but these cars take a little bit more, what would you call it? Expertise and time. A lot of time and studying the right and wrong, the things to do with these cars, because if you know, you know. And then it's like, if you do know, you're like the guy to go to for that. And luckily I have a few guys like that for me that I could turn to, and they gave me some recommendation on what to do. I believe we can get this truck straightened out, and then we'll be able to make a really badass video for you guys. Yeah. So I guess this video will be to be continued.
But until then, there's a little thing to say about finding the right cars. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next.
Peace.